and welcome to The Studio Demands It. And
exercise in...
No, because I rewrote the intro, so it's no longer an exercise. Hello and welcome to The Studio Demands It, a screenwriting series where we will conceptualize, pitch, and craft a film or show based on the demands from one of you listeners acting as a hypothetical Hollywood overlord.
Hypothetical!
Ooh. As professional screenwriters ourselves and massive cinephiles.
Massive!
We talk movies all the time.
Movies!
And we'd like to believe that we could meet any demand thrown at us.
Meet it!
We will be your screenwriters for this episode. I am TC DeWitt, and joining me, as always, is Jim Storytime Berzelik.
Oh, Storytime.
Storytime, Jim. I saw a thing recently about a story time and how it contextualized and bookended an entire thing that people want to get so up their butt about that I'm like, hold on a minute. The movie told you this. You're all wrong. Any complaint anyone has about Thor 4, the fourth Thor, Love and Thunder, it's bookended by Korg telling the story to a group of kids. All the nonsense in Love and Thunder is filtered through Korg telling the story.
I forgot that it's basically a Mad Max.
He's telling them that I didn't have any memory of this, and it was brought to my attention, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I remember the end of him telling the story.
Yeah. It's the beginning and the end. Like, I even went and checked. The very first thing that happens is Gore, the God Butcher. His daughter dies in the desert. He comes upon the oasis and he kills the god and gets the sword and says, "I'll kill all the gods." Then we get the Marvel logo, and it comes up to a campfire, and Korg says, "Let me tell you the story of the space Viking." And
that's right. Yeah.
And he then proceeds to tell the story of Love and Thunder. So all that goofiness, there's a plot reason right there for us to see at the beginning and the end, explaining the lunacy.
Voiced by the writer-director.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe that was super obvious to other people.
No, I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I actually think it is irrelevant to other people.
Yeah.
Couching a story as a narrative, unless you have a narrator throughout. We as an audience in movies are meant to forget it's a story being told.
Yes.
And doubly, we are meant to presume the things that we see happen
are happening.
Are factual. They are not colored by the narrator.
An unreliable, silly narrator like Korg.
So unless the movie draws attention to it, like I should bring up a movie first, but I'm not going to. Like the Stanley Parable.
A game, yes.
Or like Princess Bride goes back to Peter Falk often enough that it says everything you've been watching is an old man telling his grandson this story.
So if Korg had come back a little more frequently, people might have been a little more forgiving of...
Or like weird, fun inserts of a little kid going, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And like cut to Korg go,
"Yeah, trust me, that's how it happened."
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know that people would have liked the movie anymore. They may have just been like, "Why tell the story that way? I don't want a goofy story told by a goofy rock man. I want the actual story."
Hey, did you have any other anecdotes about Storytime?
Nope, all done.
Okay, great.
Episode over.
Well, no, I mean, episode's just starting here. We can get to the demand.
Oh.
You want to do that? Because it's Thor related.
Oh. No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Sure.
Okay. Jim, our amazing listeners have given us demands from studios literally all over the world. And you listening right now, you can send us any demand you'd like, and we will have to meet them right here on the spot, maybe even exceed them. When we reach the end of the episode, if we've done our jobs right, we will have a full script and story that meets those demands. And when the end of the season comes, your demand could have been the one I lost my spot.
Oh, no.
I've read this 140 times now. You might have helped us craft the script that will be greenlit by the fans. Greenlit by the fans. You're going to greenlit by the fans for our finale. So thank you for those who have submitted. Please keep them coming. Seeing that video got me thinking about Thor. And I know we got Doomsday coming up. And so I was like, I'm going to see if we have a Thor demand.
Okay.
And so for those who don't know, the process here is we have hundreds of demands from listeners, and I usually can narrow them down to keywords. I'll do a keyword search. I'll snag the first one, like the one that jumps out at me, And here we go. This comes from Freddie T from On the Edge Studios.
Ooh.
Here we go. The MCU has gone far and wide in its exploration of characters and plots and ideas. Nick Fury arrived in Tony Stark's penthouse and promised the Avengers. And by Odin, did we get the Avengers. Thanos told us at the end of Age of Ultron that he would do it himself. And he sure did. But not every promise has been fulfilled. In fact, there are several, I don't think this is what I thought it was going to be. There are several concepts that have been wholly dropped and abandoned due to poor box office or audience interest. But that, my studio says, is stupid. Oh, God. Okay.
Are we going to do Black Panther again? Or not Black Panther, Blade?
We do Blade again. No. Because, I see what he's saying here. Stories and concepts in film, in the films themselves that have been dropped and abandoned, not abandoned projects.
Oh,
I think that's what you're saying, Freddie.
Threads, like movie threads.
I assumed Hercules was what we were going to deal with here, which is what I was looking for. But that's what I get for trying to plan ahead. Sorry, Freddie. I've provided a link to a list of unresolved MCU story threads. My studio demands that you two pitch and craft a film or series, preferably a film. We want money, not subscribers. Well done, Freddie. That resolves as many of these ideas as possible. It must fit into the current pre-Doomsday canon and not a what-if multiverse thing. You don't have to resolve all of these, but it would be impressive if you did. Good luck, gents. And may the All-Father bless you. Okay. I was just looking for a Thor demand.
Sure.
Because I just assumed Thor 4 or Thor 5 could be a thing and Hercules was left on the table. But holy cow. Okay. The unresolved threads. Let me click this link here. Unresolved.
My mind is blanking. I'm super, super excited to find out what these are.
Okay. There's a whole page here. So I'm going to rattle these off.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Unresolved threads in the MCU. We'll see how current this is. He said pre-Doomsday. So, I don't know when this demand came in. So if it's newer, we might be okay. He might have things on here that have been resolved.
Wait. Pre-Doomsday or pre-Endgame?
Pre-Doomsday timeline.
Okay.
So that suggests post-Endgame. But here we go. Spider-Man Homecoming. Adrian Toomes, a.k.a. the Vulture, meets Mac Gorgon, the Scorpion, in prison. Aaron Davis, a.k.a. the Prowler, is in Spider-Man Homecoming. That's Donald Glover's character.
Yep.
Shang-Chi. Zhu Xiaoleng is the leader of the Ten Rings at the end. Shang-Chi's rings have an ancient energy. Spider-Man Homecoming again. I don't remember this. Ultron heads and body parts are in the storage he gets trapped in.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember that. Eternals. The Celestial Judge took the Eternals away. Star Fox, brother of Thanos, was introduced. Dane Whitman gets the Ebony Blade and hears Blade's voice. Doctor Strange 2, Clea pulls Strange and his third eye into the dark dimension. Moon Knight's third personality was revealed. Thor 4, the fourth Thor. Aw, thanks, Freddie.
Lorvin Thornder?
Lorvin Thornder! Jane Foster is in Valhalla with Heimdall. That feels complete to me. Is that suggesting we'd see them again?
That's the totality of that thread?
That seems like a... Whatever, I'm splitting hairs here. Thor has a little daughter now. Lady Sif is alive. That's from Ragnarok. She didn't get killed in Ragnarok, so she's still around. Zeus and Hercules are mad at Thor. That's what we were looking for here. Black Panther has a son who is also T'Challa. In Ant-Man Quantumania, the whole mess of Kangs. I mean, well, we know why that thread was dropped, right?
Yep.
In Marvels, Monica Rambeau meets Beast from a different universe. Kamala Khan recruits Kate Bishop and Pizza Dog. That's right. That's in the post-credits.
Oh, yeah.
She has the tablet from Nick Fury that he dropped in her house. Sharon Carter is the power broker. That's from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
The Venom goop at the end of No Way Home that's left on the bar.
Yeah.
They resolved that in Venom's movie.
But they didn't resolve the bit in the MCU. Yeah.
We did have a conversation.
We had a conversation about it.
We did a mini demand for Venom in the MCU.
Yeah.
Which was that the goop found Eddie Brock. Well, we can. Okay. How long was Rhodey a Skrull? She-Hulk introduced Scar is introduced. That's a Hulkling.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Promise of Peter Quill's Return. In Captain America 4, what did the leader see? Did the leader have a vision?
What did he see?
He probably had a vision
probably.
of
He's
Doom.
the leader.
Yeah. And who is collecting adamantium? Billy going to find Tommy. Oh, Billy going to find Tommy at the end of Agatha All Along. Agatha is a ghost. Oh, here's one. Mordo is hunting sorcerers. That's from the first Doctor Strange.
Oh, Benjamin Bratt. We could have had a cool sorcerer with Benjamin Bratt, but he got... Well, it's movies. We can bring him back.
And Mordo sucked all of his sorcery out of him.
Yeah, took all his magic juice.
There's a couple more here. Mitchell Carson stole cross particles in Ant-Man? Who the hell is Mitchell Carlson? Mitchell Carson stole cross is Yellow Jacket. Carson.
Well, I don't remember. I don't remember well enough.
Captain America Civil War. Crossbones is stealing a bioweapon for an unnamed buyer. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Sonny Birch is selling to a mysterious buyer. Did Steve Rogers have an interaction with Red Skull on Volmir? Where are all the former Black Widows from the Red Room? Namor's plans. He's a mutant. Gia from Secret Invasion has like all the powers.
No, there's that one. They put in there. Oh, it's fading.
Okay.
If I remember right,
I think I pitched that. I think
Did
we
you?
pitched that.
Oh, okay.
And then last but not least, Leonard Sampson was introduced in The Incredible Hulk. We were watching The Incredible Hulk a few weeks ago, and I pointed out, like, oh, Doc Sampson was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the unresolved threads of the MCU. Whew, there are some in here that I don't quite agree are left hanging. I'm going to Google who this Carson Mitchell fella is.
Mitchell Carson
is. But
right, like Heimdall and Jane in Valhalla.
That feels complete.
We saw that to know that they're getting they've died.
Yeah.
But in dying, there is a happy ending. That's what we are to get with that.
That's how I'm to understand as well. So like I don't think we need to figure out how to bring back Heimdall and Jane. Now
but I'm not going to. Depending on what we do today,
yeah,
I won't say it's out of the question. So
bringing back Heimdall and Jane. Yeah. Okay. Now something I'm going to ask here, challenge you. If we're going to grab some of these, if as many of these threads as we can to write something that fits in canon, this sort of fits with our like Thunderbolts miniseries we did, the 3-part. Do we want to grab and use big characters, or do we want to limit ourselves to just these threads? So, for example, Doctor Strange's third eye in the dark dimension. Doctor Strange is a huge character. He's a main character. He's got that main character energy. So if we choose to go down that path of featuring him, then he's going to be pretty heavily featured, possibly. Otherwise, if we look at something like...
you're saying let's be budget conscious?
No. Who's our main character? Is what what we're gonna have. Who our main characters are is going to be the question here.
So the first place I went,
okay,
I went to the comic books
of gathering together. I was doing the Nick Fury quote.
Yeah, no, I was letting you do it.
You go to the comic books.
Way back in the early 2000s, there was the Civil War event, and the way I read it was my friend would buy it each week, and then he would present them to me, and he said, here, read them in this order. So I got to read Civil War threaded with, I forget what it was called. It was something like Civil War Conspiracy or something like that.
Okay.
And it followed 2 journalists.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this sounds familiar.
And it threaded through all of the Civil War stories, and it was very much a follow the money kind of thing, and it explained a lot of what was sort of going on in the background. Frontline is what. Yes, yeah, there you go. Ben
Urich and Sally Floyd.
What? I actually am getting it mixed up with another older Marvel comic that I also thought was genius. I think I'm conflating those two a little, and maybe that's okay.
But go ahead. But I like the lens you're creating here.
I'm suggesting we follow a new character.
Okay. An insignificant quote unquote character. Okay.
Some sort of investigator. I was going to lament, I don't know of a Marvel character that's the equivalent of the Question, right? DC has a bunch of investigator characters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of any Marvel characters off the top of my head that would fit that bill.
It's too bad Ben Urich is dead.
Yeah.
And we have BB.
Ghost of Ben Urich.
Ghost of Ben Urich. What about?
I mean, he's gonna need whoever we use is going to need supernatural powers.
Okay. We do have someone who is an investigator that does acquire superpowers, and we have an untouched thread here that we've already played with. Eddie Brock.
Interesting.
Eddie Brock is a photojournalist investigator, a rival to Peter Parker by all accounts in the comics and the cartoons and what have you. We do have the Goop. Now, we have previously, in our Amazing Spider-Man 3 episode, we focused on the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man universe. But at the end of that episode, we did a quick version of, which actually resolved another one of these threads. We brought Kingo and Sprite, teamed them up with Tom Holland, Peter Parker, and dealt with an Eddie Brock villain Venom.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying we need to go back to that well.
Sure.
But to your point of an quote unquote insignificant character who is basically bearing witness to these areas and corners of the MCU, Eddie Brock is there and available to us.
Sure.
We also could go to other Daily Bugle characters like Robbie Robertson, who I don't think
Uatu doesn't have like a put upon assistant, does he?
Well, actually, in Alex Ross's Earth X series, Uatu does bring on an assistant in Machine Man X-51, who is a Silver Age Marvel character that has barely ever been used since. He's from like the original Human Torch era, and Uatu brings him to the moon and says, "Tell me what you see. I am blind." And X-51 becomes the new eyes of Uatu to bear witness to the end of the world. Now, that would be a fun character for us to pull out and be like, we're going to make X-51 a main character here.
And it sort of fits our purpose. Like, Uatu was great for What If, right? Because he sees all possibilities.
Yes.
And I realize in that story, that is what you're saying Machine Man was meant to do.
He can't see the multiverse. He can only see the Earth in front of him.
And so that's perfect, because that is what we want him to do. We don't want him to see possibility. We want him to see what is.
What is. Yeah.
So rather than what if, what is.
So let's actually, you've created a little rabbit trail for us to go down here. If we take a character who is more or less insignificant and is going to bear witness to the universe, if you want to go with this Earth X notion of literally Uatu is pulling this character who is connected to humanity without being human, who can witness without emotion, and making that a protagonist of a movie, I don't know.
By protagonist, I like the direction I'm going, because I don't know how we're going to pull many of these together. What do you think of doing an anthology?
Well, you do know I love me some anthology.
And they don't get to the theater very often anymore.
No, they do not. They do not.
The studio would prefer us to make a movie.
Right. But truth be told, the Thunderbolts trilogy anthology that we made is one of the most exciting things that we did last season, that I was like, oh, get to the finale, baby.
It was, but we did also intend that for streaming.
True. We created it like a what if.
Yeah.
In our studio here.
We made it as a, what is it, a Marvel special?
Special presentation.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay, so I looked up Mitchell Carson here, and he was in the first Ant-Man. He's a dude in a suit that a
dude in a suit
that Cross talks to about selling the particles. He says, I've got bids from everyone, including Hydra. They're not the same anymore. And this guy, when all shit goes south, he runs in, he grabs some of the Yellow Jacket particles, and then he leaves. And we never see him again. So Yellow Jacket particles were dipped off by this guy.
Well, and really all that does, so
we have someone out there with particles.
It doesn't even have to be him. He likely would have sold them again.
To
the whole point of putting that in that movie is Pym particles are out in the world, or cross particles, because they're different, right?
Yeah, they're cross particles. Yeah.
Cross particles are out in the world.
Yeah. There's some overlap here. Stuff like if the cross particles are out there and sold to an anonymous buyer, the power broker as a character, Sharon Carter, right?
Tell me what you know about the power broker.
Well, from what we've seen in the MCU, the power broker is like a underboss linking criminal organizations together and moving product and materials underneath, like non-superhero related items to fight in a world full of superheroes. So Sharon is the broker who is like, she tried to get a hold of the super serum before John Walker could get a hold of it. She was moving weapons. Baron Zemo clocked her as like, oh, you're a bad guy.
I feel like, so for a number of these threads, there's a whole story just unto that.
Power broker. Sonny Birch is on this list as someone who was selling for a mysterious buyer in Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the Walty Goggins character.
Yeah. Okay, so it brings it together. I'm going to throw out this idea. Sharon Carter is our main character. She is the power broker. The power broker is not a bad guy. Well, is a bad guy, but neutral. Is not a bad guy.
Neutral. Whoever pays.
Sort of. Yeah. That's her MO. Because what she is doing is she is actually trying to protect the world in her way. S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone. It hasn't come back. In fact, the last time we saw it, it got even worse.
The closest we have in the MCU is Damage Control, which is
which isn't great. Yeah. It's been presented in two negative lights.
Right.
And Damage Control also isn't global.
Right.
S.H.I.E.L.D. was global. So Sharon Carter has taken it upon herself to rebuild with what she can, how she can,
her own
an independent S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, okay.
It is entirely secret, right? And so she poses as a villain, and she takes compromising steps, sells weapons to maybe the wrong people, but ideally is doing them to pit them against people that can either stop them or two villains at cross purposes.
Okay.
Ultimately, for her to lay a network so that she can respond to things the way S.H.I.E.L.D. did.
And she could recruit Red Room agents because there's a whole bunch.
She could be recruiting all kinds of, right? She buys the cross particles. She buys the bioweapons. She's the power broker. So she starts moving all these things around. Because it essentially take the philosophy of why Iron Man was pro Accords.
Yes. And we have an antagonist or a rival in this, the Ten Rings, which is being run by Shang-Chi's sister.
Or at least an antagonist for this movie, right? They're a client, and they don't like being handled.
Yeah. Like that's not how this works. We are only dealing with you because we have to. It sort of puts, if we wanted to.
What if Destro fought Cobra Commander?
Having Sharon as a central figure in this, it puts her in a place like a Nick Fury-esque, but also like a Claw, like Odysseus Claw.
Yeah.
Someone who's existing in the shadows and the fringes. She's not a superpowered individual. She's trained by S.H.I.E.L.D., so she's not incompetent. She knows how to hold her own, but she's not superpowered. That's interesting.
And we get to see the story of this character who is doing a thankless job.
Yeah.
Quite literally, everyone she knew would think she's gone bad.
Yeah.
Because that's the reputation she's put forward, which she has to do to make these deals, to get illicit things off the table when they need to be removed. And she's also seen empowering people. It's like, why did you give those bad guys those weapons? Because those weapons don't mean anything anymore with the state of the world. Or I knew that they were going to go over and attack the Atlanteans, and the Atlanteans were going to crush them.
Yeah, I was trying to control, like I'm playing chess here.
Yeah.
And it puts her in an interesting middle spot. She's not dealing with the universal threats of like the big things, right?
Sure.
But she's not dealing with street level like Daredevil and the Marvel Knights. She's in this in-between international level. That's more like Falcon and Winter Soldier did, where we're globetrotting.
It touches on all of those levels.
Nearly all these.
But I'm saying it touches on it can touch. Her job would touch on street level stuff, a la Homecoming, right? Those were street level dudes who were getting really powerful things that she would be interested in getting out of their hands.
Yeah.
And galaxy scale artifacts are going to get into illicit traffic.
There's a freaking adamantium monster in the ocean.
Right? Yeah.
You better believe people are collecting that.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an organization within this. We have, if the 10 Rings are a competing organization, a rival of sorts, we also have enough characters to make a Young Avengers. Also, it's funny because all the actors who they'd cast to play Young Avengers are now older than Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth were in the first Avengers movie. But that being said, Kamala's out there. Kate Bishop's out there.
Mm-hmm.
We have...
and we got to use them before we can.
So if she's negotiating her way through her world
mm-hmm.
and coming across these antagonists that you had mentioned,
mm-hmm.
anthology, I didn't latch on.
No, once I latched on to Sharon, I whatever story she has here is big enough to be its own story.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how many of these threads we can plug into that.
Yeah.
The anthology was before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If leaders saw something and that information could go to Sharon and she sees the information, is like, kind of like Tony got a vision of the universe and the threat coming after Avengers. And he's like, we need to put a shield around the world. We need armor around this world. We need to defend ourselves. We have no idea what's coming. And it's
mm-hmm.
bigger than anything we can imagine. A similar sort of idea of Sharon, like, I'm moving pieces across this board to try to protect this planet from itself. And now I know that there's another cosmic thing coming here. We got a freaking celestial come. Our Earth is an egg. Of this list, the biggest threats we have are celestials. We do not have any. We're not going to beat up a celestial. Maybe.
I'm having an idea.
Okay. Or I think Hercules is probably a big threat. Clea in the Dark Dimension's a big threat. Like the biggest threat I can see in these threads.
The Dark Dimension stuff doesn't really cross. Like it's galactic level.
Yeah.
Like it's, but it's not kind of the same sphere.
Yeah. The Mordru and sorcerer hunting's pretty big. And then there's the whole Kangs. Like we could.
The sorcerer hunting, I think, is a level that Sharon could get involved with. Here's my idea.
Okay.
We start, actually, with Eddie Brock. You want to start at street level?
Okay.
We do Eddie Brock. It would be ideal to get
Tom Hardy
mm-hmm. to do it. I don't know if that would work or if that would... I mean, I think Sony would love that, but it wouldn't be the same Eddie Brock, so right. I don't know if we should do it that way.
Yeah, it's
I
MCU,
think is what I'm trying to say.
MCU Eddie Brock, not Sonyverse. Sonyverse multi-universal cinematic Marvel character.
It's wasn't it like the Marvel Cinematic Universe of Sony characters? Wasn't it?
It was
like
the Spider-Man universe of Marvel. Spunk.
Spunk. That's right. Spider-Man universe of Marvel characters.
Yeah. Okay, so we start with Eddie Brock.
We start with Eddie Brock, and he's investigating.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thread is going to be, but it's something, and he starts pulling at it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that connects to the Vulture and Scorpion.
Scorpion, yeah.
Like something there, something from the prison, or someone gets out, goes down some path, and Eddie follows. And it connects to something bigger. Like maybe actually it's Scorpion who... Oh, could we do it? Could we split the bit of symbiote and make more than one Venom?
The Venom Scorpion.
Can we have Agent Scorpion?
Maybe? I don't know. Keep going.
Or I mean Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. Because Flash is...
Oh, Flash is Agent Venom, yeah. But ultimately, I want to have Eddie Brock as Venom, but then also, which is why I asked if we could split. But that creates the whole symbiote war again. Anyway, technically, by including Venom, that already kind of it already reaches to the stars. I don't know if it reaches the cosmic level, but that's already a connection to scale up. But Eddie follows some thread that leads him across the path of Sharon Carter, of Agent 13.
Mm-hmm.
And some sort of, we have a set piece, and he wants to follow, this is a story. And she's all like, there's no story here. None of this gets out.
Right.
Something like that. Yeah. But to that end, she needs to keep tabs on him. Mm-hmm. So she has to, for a number of reasons, she has to end up taking him with her.
So now Eddie and Sharon are,
and now we've gone up a level, and so now we have to do a bunch of stuff at this level, and to make things a little easier, the 10 rings are already after Sharon Carter, right? We
who are these
something
guys?
Like that, yeah.
We crossed paths recently over a whole thing,
something like that,
yeah.
And then from there, what Eddie's chasing turns out. It connects cosmically. Just to stick it to Quantum Mania haters, I wouldn't mind if it went the other way. So it'd have to do with like the cross particles and shrinking down, but going down so far it becomes big again.
Well, do you want to keep rolling?
Where I was going to go, the way I was going to get it to space was introduce a character that we have wanted to put into Marvel. Nova, or someone from Nova.
Richard Rida, Nova. I mean, we could bring John C. Reilly back if we wanted to.
Yeah,
but bringing in Nova.
Yeah, someone basically a space cop.
We put Nova in the Marvels.
Who is trying to confiscate or stop some space artifact, some cosmic level artifact from being on Earth. So we get a motley crew of unlikely compatriots. Unlikely allies, who then have to go all the way up to, I don't know if we want to end it with the Celestial Tribunal. Like, honestly, it could just be Nova shows up to remove the adamantium Celestial from the ocean. Sorry, burping. All
right. Yeah, I like you've created a really fun setup of if we start with the goop, which is the smallest item on this list, and we move it through the board and we go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? What I'm going to throw this out as an option. I think I like the idea of sticking with a singular POV through this whole thing, but Eddie going about his motions, coming across Sharon Carter, and then hand it off. Eddie's part of the story ends, and we follow Sharon as she moves into the next chapter and has another situation. Like she goes to this and this and this and this situation, and it hands off to the next character. So not anthologized necessarily, but like a movie like Go or some of those Pulp Fiction knockoffs, which is linking the stories through overlapping characters, and we move. The narrative baton keeps getting handed off as we move through the Marvel Cinematic Universe to bigger and bigger and bigger. So then like that's just a notion, but the idea that we start as small as possible and we move, and then the POV shift to a character who's just a little higher on the totem pole. Like we get to Black Knight, Kit Harington.
Yeah.
Then we move to the 10 Rings. We get up to Star Fox and the Celestials and Clea and the Dark Dimension and bigger.
So we basically do anthology.
In a way, but actually having on-screen handoffs of narrative. I think both could work. We could stick, if we're going to make a movie where, and it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy, taking two very unlikely main characters in Sharon Carter, the Power Broker, and a new Eddie Brock with Venom, who becomes Agent Venom, essentially. I'll even go a step further. We could introduce Eddie and let him be Venom momentarily, but then get rid of Eddie and bring in Flash.
Jump to
Flash.
Just piss off all of the Venom fans.
And we have Flash from the Spider-Man universe, who has threads of a story we are privy to, if it's all background in Far From Home, where we understand he comes from a very wealthy family. Like there was even fan theories that he was going to be the equivalent of Harry Osborn, because Osborn doesn't exist in the 616 movie universe. 616C, if you will, for cinematic. But
I mean, to that end, does Eddie Brock not exist in this universe?
We've not seen evidence either way.
So if we just jump to Agent Flash?
Yeah.
Or Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. But to actually rewind, though, and say that we stick with these two characters who get in over their head and further out of their depths, leading up to a big climactic save the world finale. They're going to save the world and never be acknowledged for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're and having a motley crew of losers. There's some
motley crews of losers are the best.
Well, I mean,
I love them.
Marvel has proved it. James Gunn has proved it twice with the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love if this group of people all scream at the same time. I'm signing off on it.
the way I see that scene going, they don't actually. It's just Flash.
He's screaming, and everyone's just like stone cold.
Yes, and I thought we were all gonna scream at the same time.
We're not doing the screaming. All right,
it'd be something like that.
Stop looking at me, pizza dog. Okay, we've got some good threads here. Threads based on threads that haven't been tied up. What always comes to question here is, what's the threat? What is the big thing? This can't just be a series of unfortunate events. This has to go somewhere. And the best way
so that's the problem with the handoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I threw it out there as an idea. Yeah. I'm going to take it back. I think we collect people along the way.
It's a fun idea. I think it makes a fun Marvel special and not a go to the theater movie. Though, because I want to discuss this type of movie a little bit. This is a screenwriting podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like those kind of movies are vibe. They're more vibe movies.
Sure.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am forgetting some anthology movie or some. I don't. That's all I can think to call them. What else would you call Pulp Fiction? Or I didn't see Go, but I didn't know it was like that.
Pulp Fiction-esque. 11-14 is one of my favorites. If you've never seen it, don't even look up what it's about. Just watch it. It's the numbers like on the clock.
Okay.
11:14.
Another option would be to do a what's the word for it? Not a shenanigans movie. Nothing But Trouble, where we actually follow 3 or 4 groups,
storylines, yeah,
who are like who are trying to move that football, right? Like everyone's trying to get a hold of the thing.
Like Inglourious Bastards is another example of
like,
multiple POVs, multiple storylines.
Endgame is technically this.
True, but all existing with a singular purpose, must stop thing. So with that said, if we go with the biggest threats on here, I think the Celestials are too big.
I don't, and I think I know what the threat is.
Okay.
And we need to resolve. I think we need to resolve it here because I'm pretty sure they're done with it.
Okay.
It's on our list, and I know who I want to cast.
Okay, what's the threat?
It's Kang.
Okay, yeah.
It's not Jonathan Majors.
Yes.
It's oh god damn it, I forgot his name. It's Uatu. It's not the character
Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright.
So much I want to cast Jeffrey Wright as an older Kang.
I love that. We could also, because we have the freedom to do so, it was hinted at in Loki that, oh God, what was her name? Ravonna.
Oh.
It was hinted at, it could be perceived that she is a Kang variant.
Yeah.
And having the rug pull that that Ravonna is the superior Kang, and she is handed the baton of the Kang dynasty, that she's the final Kang is a fun notion. You want, regardless of casting, you wanting Kang to be the big final threat here. I do feel like Kang has been dealt with. Between Quantumania and Loki season 2, I do feel like they
well, no, because Quantumania dealt with one of them. We thought it was the one,
Kang Prime,
but then the stinger
saw
there's an arena of Kangs.
Yeah, the Council of Kangs.
So we rise to the Celestial Council, and Kang is threatening the Council, because who could threaten such a thing other than someone who conquers dimensions?
Well, if we have an unlimited supply of Kangs to destroy, that's a huge threat. That is an Avengers level threat.
It's a Celestial level event.
It's a Celestial event. So, I mean, bringing back the Eternals, do we reach a point of like, if Venom, whoever it is,
I think it justifies our 4th addition to this team.
We got Agent. Are we going Brock or Flash?
Venom someone.
Sharon Carter. You're adding Rick Ryder Nova. It's funny. This is the second time we've thrown Nova in here because we used.
Where else did we put him?
He was the teammate in Marvel. We teamed up Carol with.
That's right. Well, that's because we want to, until Marvel puts him in something, we're going to keep putting him in something.
So who are you making your 4th?
It's Doctor Strange.
Okay, all right. Coming out of the dark dimension so we got we have magic, we have science, we have street, and we have crazy Venom power. That's 4 very different characters. What a motley crew.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not hating it. But
And the thing is, we each of these characters can rise to the occasion alongside Star Fox and the Celestials and whoever else we want to throw up at that cosmic level of fighting all of these Kangs popping into the world, because Venom is a space alien, and he can replicate / do some crazy stuff. Sharon Carter can have devices.
Yeah, she's our
because that's her whole thing. She trades in these
guns
things.
and tricks and tools. Yeah, gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you imagine that finale looks like? Is them just punching and beating the shit out of Kangs until there's none left? Like they'd have to clear the board here.
Yeah.
You're just giggly right now. Yeah. I don't know if I love that.
No?
I don't know. I'm not going to say no to it, but I am.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of open air in this bag of potato chips that we haven't accounted for.
What I think this creates, if we want to resolve the Kang dynasty with these characters in this thing, we're creating a huge movie. This is an Avengers-sized film. And with these threads as they are, and I don't understand it's a bad thing, but with these threads as they are, like if the whole idea of Sharon is that she's in the gray, moving across the board unnoticed and actually saving the world in her own way,
who knows about this?
Well, I mean, if we have this big intergalactic massive thing, I fair, maybe it could happen in the shadows still, or in the in-between.
But even intergalactically, who knows about it?
I don't know. We haven't written it yet.
Right.
I'm only just stating the fact of like having this. This is a huge, huge movie, and I'm all for it if that's the direction we go.
I feel like it's big because we're needing to resolve threads that involve lots of really known characters.
Sure.
I mean, they don't have to be on screen. They can be cameo sized. I don't know. I don't like. You say Avenger sized level threat, and the deviants from Eternals was an Avenger sized threat.
Yeah.
Marvel movies have these are superhero movies. That's what they fight.
That's true. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No. It's okay. I've heard that argument before, and it.
I'm just trying to imagine where this fits into the canon of films, and okay. Sorry, I'm calibrating here right now.
Well, if you don't like that ending, that's fine.
No, it's not that. It's just a matter of
that plot
going to that point, like taking our characters to the end game of fighting all the Kangs and putting a kibosh on that. That is a good destination. We can make a meal out of that, and that on this list might be the biggest thing for them to try to wrap up here. Because if we go too small, we verge into insignificance. If it's like, oh, it's the 10 Rings versus the Power Broker, like that's a TV show.
And also, we don't wrap up we don't touch on as many of the threads. Like some of them would just be like, oh, we have Doctor Strange dip in for a moment and he dips right back out. Like, okay, does he say enough to satisfy us as to what was going on?
Right.
Whereas if he's a character who, like, were we to go this route, I actually think he'd be a character that would kind of dip in and out throughout. He'd be
he Gandalfs it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I was gonna say Leonard Nimoy in Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
My work here is done. You didn't even do anything.
Didn't I?
Yeah. But Gandalf is way better.
If the threat in the Dark Dimension that he's been dealing with is linked to this whole thing,
that's absolutely.
Then
I'm sorry I didn't say that. That's what I was imagining was going to happen.
Let's say the Kangs.
And then we can resolve the third eye thing because I don't like it. The Celestials can take it away at the end.
Take it away, that thing. If the threat of the Kangs, let's say the Kangs are our threat here, the Council, and they're trying to, they've all gathered in one location, and they're going to break, do their thing. If they gathered in one location and it was a trap, and now they're all stuck in that place trying to break out. So there's an army trying to get through. And if they break through, then they will destroy the universe kind of thing. If the cracks within the mirror dimension or the dark dimension, the cracks within Kang's containment is popping up in multiple locations, and we slowly realize they're all linked together, then the dark dimension could be threatened by cracks. And the 10 rings are basically, I'm trying to get us an arena here.
And you mean a set piece?
Like where can we have our final battle?
Oh,
so it's not spread across the multiverse, because this specifically said not to do multiverse.
Right.
This demand said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it said not to do multiverse, and then there are several threads that are explicitly multiversal.
Just the Kang one.
I was pretty sure there's another couple. Doesn't matter. Okay. Well, I have an idea of where it takes place.
Our arena?
No. Where the arena is.
What's our finale arena?
The tribunal.
The actual celestials.
The actual celestial court. Whatever that is.
Ooh, okay. Does Kang go to the celestial court to suck the marrow from their bones?
Because they are. We'll write how and why they are the last bulwark, the last firewall to Kang taking over this dimension.
Okay, that's not bad. If we're on like some planet, some intergalactic celestial planet,
because in my mind, it all resolves. Some of the denouement of it is the trial of, what was her name? Cheyenne? No, Cersei. The trial of Cersei gets resolved because I'll throw her in that final battle.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some extra heroes who are almost more cameo at that point. It's not like they're not going to meet up with Star Fox and be like, or maybe they can, like, hey, join forces. I think some of it will be a matter of who is available.
Yeah,
like Nova. I think it's going to be a matter of he's a cop trying to do the right thing, and he has these criminals, granted they're local to some star, sort of in tow. He, for whatever reason, he can't get the rest of the Nova Corps to pay attention, because that's what's in a cop movies, the rest of the force for this kind of cop. Like,
well, we did discuss this
you find your Dracula?
We did discuss this in our Marvels 3 episode, and it's canon. That was the first planet that Thanos destroyed in getting the gems. So
that's right.
The Nova Corps has been obliterated in one way or another, and Nova, Rick Ryder might be the only Nova agent now.
Oh, sure.
Which we could
still
do something with. This is what I want to do. Let's say Venom Goo and Sharon are our starting point, and defeating the Kangs in the Celestial Temple is our end point.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it so much.
This is what we're doing. We're starting with Goo on a bar and ending with an intergalactic tribunal war.
Yep.
Those are bookends. Okay, I want to take a break here. When we come back, we're then going to go back through this list with everything on this list and see if there's any way we can narratively weave in anything else on this list.
Sure.
I think we can. I bet you there's more than a few in here, if not all of them. We'll see. But if we have our starting point and our end point,
because I think this here is a framework. This is a Christmas tree we can hang a lot of ornaments on.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're done with spaghetti, folks. We're hanging Christmas ornaments.
Yep,
I think so too. But let's take a break here. We don't have to look at the list unless you want to glance at it while we're on our break. But knowing those bookends, I think we're going to fill in some gaps here. So, okay, here's some messages from our wonderful network. Enjoy. Well, of all the things on this list, I did not expect Sharon Carter, the power broker, Agent 13, to be the main character of our story here. But I would love for this to end in such a fashion that we could canonically fit this in. There's a good chance none of these threads are ever going to be wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
To talk of our Thunderbolts episode again, we did not do anything in our Thunderbolts episode that is contradictory to canon.
Yeah, no.
And that's fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first things first.
Because it remains a thing that were we to get in the room, we could pitch.
Yes. Get us in the room, folks. All right. Adrian Toombs, a.k.a. The Vulture, meets Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Now, Adrian Toomes did get whisked away, or to the Morbius universe, to the.
He did.
So is he out of the 616? Is Michael Keaton no longer in?
According to the Sonyverse,
yeah,
he is.
Huh? Because I think I don't know for sure. You might know better than me. Is Mac Gargan might be involved in the new Spider-Man? So Scorpion? No,
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Okay, so I feel like we shouldn't do anything with these two characters. I think we leave it. No,
nothing. I wasn't planning on hinging anything on it.
Okay,
but that was supposed to be the thread that Eddie Brock first starts investigating.
Oh, okay. Does he? Oof, God, do we want him investigating why Vulture vanished?
No, I don't want that.
Okay.
Now, that does bring up another point. Do we want to do Eddie Brock? Eddie Brock is a character that we have not met in the MCU.
A full variant, cast a new person.
Or just jumping to Flash.
Oh, man,
I don't know what that... granted, we are making our stuff outside of the movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And you're I, too, like to make things that fit in.
That fit.
But if we use Flash and, like, something happens with Flash in the new Spider-Man movie, technically ours comes after, it could still work.
I think we should use a variant Eddie Brock and not Tom Hardy. You're saying
talk to me about it. I think we should use Flash.
Oh, really? I would have sworn you would have gone with Eddie Brock. Okay. Yeah. The reason I would go with Eddie Brock is we have a blank slate to do with whatever we please. We can draw as much stuff from the comics as we want. I wouldn't cast Tom Hardy. I would start from scratch. However, I do like the idea of Agent Venom being Flash. And I wouldn't mind starting with Eddie Brock and handing off the goop to... Is that too much narrative for one movie in 15 minutes?
We got to do that. And we got to introduce a character, a fan favorite, and then undo them in 15 minutes and hand it off to the frickin' snide kid.
Yeah. You're the one who wants to use Flash.
Yeah, but because I think he can... I think we can use him as... granted...
Okay.
When I think of Eddie Brock, even though people hated Topher Grace as Eddie Brock... I thought what Sam Raimi did was inspired. Eddie Brock and Venom in Spider-Man 3 were the inverse of Spider-Man, of Peter Parker, right? And I absolutely loved that. Mm-hmm. And I have a hard time imagining Eddie Brock without Spider-Man. Like, we introduce Eddie Brock... and he has no rivalry with Peter Parker, and he is moving on to do like Sony already did that. Sony did that and made it work,
right?
As much
somehow, 3 Venom movies,
but like maybe maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I don't have a decent handle on what is cool about Venom and Eddie Brock.
I think we've seen enough Eddie Brock. Let's get over it. Let's go to Flash. If we're gonna have Flash Thompson, as we've seen him so far, involved in this whole scenario. He's a fun character.
Should Venom? Like, we could even make a nod. Venom can keep calling Flash Eddie.
Yeah. Like he is, because he is the goof from the Sonyverse.
Yeah.
Because stop calling me that. I'm not Eddie. Why? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay, but how does Venom how does Flash enter this equation then? How do we enter him into the story? If you would suggest that he's investigating.
Well, no, that's the problem. The investigation goes away now because Flash isn't an investigator. At this point, he's a college kid, right?
Yeah. Now, Flash, as he's canonically done in the comics, and as they've reset it in this universe, loves Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man's biggest fan.
Which is why I like him as our knockoff Spider-Man stand-in.
Mm-hmm. Could he be so brazen as to try to delve into the black market to get his own Spider-Man gear? That's how he connects with the power broker. Let's say he even goes so far as Mac has a Scorpion outfit that Flash has tried to pay for on the black market, and Sharon shows up, and now she's got this kid who won't leave. Well, he's a man now. He's in college, but
he's a kid.
He's a kid. Based on my feelings, he's a kid. Right? How do we get the goo in Flash's hands? Did he buy it off the black market? And then right when he receives it, that's when Sharon shows up to I'm taking that from you. No, it's mine. I bought it. I'll pay you. How much do you want for it? Leave me alone. It's mine. I'm going to meet Spider-Man.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, what do you think of that?
That's not the worst. That moves faster than I was thinking.
The opening credits take the goo exchanging hands. We follow the goo all the way and just
like it's being sold on the dark web.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
moving
like that.
hands in this little container. We go from Danny Rojas from the bar to this. We follow the goo in the container, and the opening sequence here ends with Flash Thompson in a back alley about to buy this stuff off of Scorpion. And then Sharon Carter shows up and says, I would like to purchase that over this kid. And they argue, and Scorpion is like, screw this. And he unleashes his Scorpion outfit and fights her. And now we have the goo breaks and attaches itself to Flash. And now she's like, I got to get that shit off of you. Come with me.
That's not bad. That gets Sharon into it sooner than I was thinking.
Oh, okay. When were you imagining Sharon getting involved?
Honestly, I kind of saw this movie being a little like how you described a handoff, except instead of handing off, a new person was just joining the team. So we were going to follow for a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just Flash or just Venom, right? Doing stuff. Okay. And then Sharon was going to show up and we step up. And then for the next act, it's the two of them. And then Nova shows up. And now it's the three of them. And we go to space. And then we have a final thing.
How much can we do with Flash and Venom before we...
Well, that's the mistake of choosing Flash.
Yeah, well, you picked them, not me. I said Eddie.
I made a mistake.
I'm pitching this. I'm pitching what I just did, that we follow the goo to Flash trying to buy it.
I like that. And what you pitched makes sense. Sharon would show up to buy this weird thing on the black market, on the dark web.
She's bidding on it too.
She knows it's an extra dimensional thing, organism.
Yeah, and it's too dangerous of a thing to be out there in the world. If not buying off a Scorpion, we have a weapons dealer in Birch, Sonny Birch from we have Walton Goggins, who sells shit, who buys and sells shit.
What was the biochemical? Who was selling the biochemical weapon?
Crossbones was.
He wouldn't sell. No, that'd be an actual weapon.
And he's dead. Crossbones
that's
is dead.
True.
Yeah.
Well, no, but the thread is what was the weapon and who was the buyer.
Right. We don't know what it was. Some biochemical.
It wasn't a kid from New York.
No, he's not. All right. Just because I'm not going to look too much because I've been going pretty spoiler free. I just need to know if Mac is in Brand New Day. I just searched on IMDb. He's part of the cast list.
Okay, then let's drop that.
So I don't think we touched Vulture or Matt Gargan.
Okay.
Now I just made the suggestion of Sonny Birch is a weapons dealer, an underworld weapons dealer. That's who Flash could be buying this from. Or we also have Aaron Davies, the Prowler, aka the Prowler, as Donald Glover, who we've seen twice now. Once in Spider-Man: Homecoming, once in Across the Spider-Verse. And if Flash is buying off of him, and then Sharon shows up and he unleashes Prowler tech so that they fight, then we get our first fight scene of the movie is Prowler versus Sharon.
That's not bad. I'm still trying to work the how and why is Flash. And Flash very much is I didn't mean to get mixed up in this situation character at this point.
Yeah.
I have an idea of how he becomes Agent Venom.
Agent Venom.
But he needs to already want to be involved. I'm going back to you had started pitching an idea and I was like, no, that's ridiculous. But the idea of him maybe it's too coincidental. What do you think about the idea of him buying something Spider-Man related? Right? Because he wouldn't buy black goop. Why would he buy black goop?
Sure. But if it's just in the rack of toys, available merchandise.
So he's buying either rack of merchandise or he's buying something online that Spider-Man touched or a Spider-Man glove that I found in a back alley.
Right.
Cool. I want to buy that. I don't know how we explain the thought of goop, but the reason the goop is in the glove is because it has Venom's memories. It recognized Spider-Man. So it seeks Spider-Man out. It found this bit of costuming that looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's how they get connected. Is that too...
If we follow the goo and there's two ways to go about this. If it arrives on his front porch, he opens it up and the goo comes off the glove. Ooh, I got a piece of Spider-Man's webbing, or I got one of the gloves. How cool is that? What's this? Oh God, now there's venom. And then, yes, that's one way to do it. I think him going to some underground auction that he definitely shouldn't be at gives us a better opportunity for Sharon to get there ASAP. And if things turn fast and go sideways, Sonny Birch can be there too.
I guess the reason I don't want to do that is because that doesn't start us at street level and go upward.
Well, bidding in a back alley auction for
and
weapons?
Immediately the power broker's there?
Well, she's still pretty street. She has no superpower.
She's not street.
Okay. Yeah, she's international. You're right.
Sam Wilson has no superpowers.
I don't want to spend 15 minutes with just Flash. You're clicking your tongue at me. That makes Flash exclusively the main character of this movie. If we spend 15 minutes with him, he is exclusively the main character, and everything we do from that point on structurally says we're doing it from his POV all the way to the end.
Fair.
So if we start building the team faster, you know what? Actually, come to think of it, is Flash in the next movie? He's not. Okay, good. He's not in branded.
Even if he was, our movie can be set after.
Sure. But just knowing that they're not planning to do anything with him makes it easier on us.
Mm-hmm.
If we spend 15 minutes with Flash, he's the main character, and the rest of this movie's from his POV.
You are right. There's ways to depower that.
Sure, subvert that or take away the narrative power of that. The reason I'm suggesting what I'm saying is just get this ball rolling. But
even if Flash buys the Venom, the only reason he gets taken along, you are building a very strong case. The only reason he gets taken along is because she can't get this alien slime off this kid.
Right. He's now.
Because he also isn't, as much as he wants to be Spider-Man, when he gets into scenarios like that, the character as he has been portrayed in 3 movies so far is no.
Coward.
Yeah. So he has to be someone who will be thrust/pulled into those scenarios.
Just stay out of my way while I kick this thing's ass. These people's ass. The 10 rings just showed up. Are you happy?
And so his story arc is going to be growing brave and stuff by way of the Venom symbiote helping him. Becoming
symbiotic with this thing.
Yeah.
I have things for you that you can use. Get out of my head. Stop talking to me inside my head. That's weird.
I don't know how much of that we want to do. Basically copying what Tom Hardy did.
Yeah, you're right. That rubs me the wrong way. If it's not like,
but it's just the moment the slime covers all of him, there's a whole panic scene there. Mm-hmm. But then when it helps him in a scene, he's like, oh, I have powers. Oh, I have Spider-Man powers. Yeah. That's why it takes on a Spider-Man look.
Yeah,
recognize Spider-Man. This kid is always thinking about and wanting to be Spider-Man.
And now he has something that's allowing him to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then he's going to grow into his bravery. Okay. By way of this suit.
How about this? He goes to the auction he shouldn't be at. We have a confrontation very briefly with Walton Goggins. There's a kerfuffle there where
I realized, are you wanting to have a literal black market?
An auction. I want them to be in a physical place where they're bidding on stuff.
Okay. So not tables of illegal things.
No. I'm talking about
browsing. It's a bazaar.
It's raising paddles,
a flea market, illegal
raising paddles and vote and buying illicit things.
Okay.
To get Sharon involved is this.
Before you had started, I was going to acquiesce.
Oh, okay.
That makes it sound like that she is there.
Okay, good.
Not to buy the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, she's there for some other piece.
I almost kind of like the idea that we introduce it almost as like a cameo. Like this business thing is going on, and then a Spider-Man thing. Oh, that's fun that they're selling. And Flash is like, I'll buy that.
I'll buy that. Yeah.
What the hell is this kid doing here? So I'm coming around to that. I'm thinking about this intro. I don't want to. I'm words. I'm seeing an intro where it starts actually at the cosmic level.
Okay.
We don't necessarily know whose perspective we're getting on certain things. Like, I don't know if it necessarily starts at the tribunal, although I like the symmetry of that. And a thing is noticed. I don't know what yet, but we get Nova on his computer or whatever, getting a blip about Earth. Okay. And we go to Sharon getting some sort of message about an auction. And then we go to Flash doing a thing, or the slime doing a thing. Maybe this doesn't work, especially if our intro of Flash is sort of this weird kid inserting himself into someone else's movie.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm on board.
I don't mind the prelude of seeing the Celestials, even if it's just the starscape and the eyes and some ominous voiceover of like your trial shall commence, something, and seeing, not even being clear what we're seeing until we get there later, and then smaller, and then the first snowflake of this avalanche falls. Yeah. Get to Flash, get to the goo, get to Sharon. I think 10 Rings threat comes into there, because I'm going to the third thing on this list of 50. I think there's probably 30 things here. Having the power broker having Black Widow agents, or I don't think she works alone. You had mentioned that she has a bit of a network that she's utilizing. And actually, we have seen one Black Widow agent in Captain America 4.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we do know that they are out and about and hireable. Mm-hmm. Having the power broker and Flash connect and then escape a place, only to be confronted by 10 Rings, only to then be helped by Black Widow agents, so that Sharon can get, like, listen, we need to get away from this. Let them fight this out. As far as like Shang-Chi's ancient energy source, if we involve him at all, now we've added a much more powerful and established character.
So the only what gives off that energy source? The 10 Rings and that gate,
and the bangles, I think.
Okay, but there's nothing that the 10 Rings have beyond that.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
Because that was the Beyonder Gate or whatever. That's in their ancient place. The only reason.
Oh crap! I had an idea. I forgot the idea.
Well, I'll keep talking, and then you see if it comes back to you.
It was a thing that dropped Strange in that intro scene as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
the artifact that's being sought, that's the weapon that's being sold.
That isn't the goo.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that having a hint of Doctor Strange as soon as possible. There's actually another pretty powerful character here that we haven't considered, Sif, Lady Sif.
Yeah.
We know Hercules is out there wanting to kill Thor. But Sif is also out there. So if there's some sort of space tech that is got the same energy as the 10 Rings, is ancient celestial material, do we want to make it out of adamantium? Are they selling they've been scavenging adamantium from?
No. I like adamantium being the remnants of the celestial, but things that have that energy are not necessarily adamantium.
Got it. Okay. So in this sale of illicit,
or I don't know, am I wrong? Like, should it be?
No, I like it that it's not adamantium,
because what that does is it insinuates the 10 Rings are adamantium,
right,
that the bangles are adamantium,
and I don't like that. But having them be celestial tech, ancient celestial tech that is being detected. Sif.
Why would Sif care? Because honestly, that I feel like the way Marvel has set it up is that tech is older than even Odin. It's older than the Asgardians.
True, but the Asgardians are pretty ancient as they are. So there may be an interest in that item or an item, so that Sif could be there too. Maybe we're adding too many characters to the board too quickly. But if we put them there and then bring them back later, I don't know. We'll come back to Sif.
Okay.
Having the 10 Rings show up, I think, is easy. Whether we deal with Shang-Chi's energy source on his rings, I don't know if there's any place for that. But the reason to put something in there is it connects it back to the Celestials almost immediately.
Yeah.
Just a hint that there's some sort of key or barrier being broken. If the Kangs are trying to break their barrier, whatever. Okay, we're going over here. We're going over here. Ultron heads are in storage. We could just have more Ultron stuff in that weapons auction at the beginning.
We don't actually answer the question. We just duplicate the thread.
Well,
There's Ultron heads everywhere.
Okay. Sonny Birch is definitely running this thing, and he's got the collection of these like hanging items. And he says, we have a genuine Ultron head. Now, this thing is not connected to any sort of network anymore. It is basically a paperweight. They all are paperweights. As far as we know, the Ultron bug no longer exists.
But maybe you can turn it on. Who knows?
Good luck. And maybe that's what Sharon is there for.
That's not bad.
Is the Ultron tech.
Yeah. Right. The tech that's on the board that she could be after is the Ultron heads, the cross tech.
The yellow jacket PIM particles, cross particles. Yeah,
I'm not sure because I was thinking if she takes that, I was thinking that could be a thing that helps take down Kang.
The yellow jacket particle.
Yeah, just send him to the quantum realm. and I realized Quantumania was all about him going to the quantum realm and being stuck there.
Yeah.
The thing is, he didn't get there by way of cross particles. Maybe he was. No. Somehow insinuate that cross tech, it's flawed, right? Like it's not going to do for anyone who uses it what PIM tech did for
quantum
PIM. Yeah. Like I don't know how to insinuate that right now, but story time.
Or story time. She could already have gotten the cross particles that they're not on sale in this auction. Or are we just saying she shows up and steals everything? I'm taking this item and this loose item and this loose item, and these are all what I'm here for. I'm leaving now. I think we could just suggest that she's been collecting powerful items for quite some time now, including this cachet of things. Oh, yeah, this yellow thing. You ever hear PIM particles? These are the knockoffs. It's the Burger King of McDonald's particles.
Does that answer the demand?
We just have to tie these threads.
That doesn't. Okay.
You can disagree with me.
I feel like tying a thread does more than just say, "Oh, I got it."
Making them narratively significant is important. I like the idea that she's going to use these in the finale,
and it makes sense that Walton got a hold of the cross
particles,
tech, because he's involved in the whole PIM stuff. He fought Scott.
Right. That's right. So having cross particles and an Ultron, or maybe that's what the power broker could already have, is she's collected all the Ultron tech that still exists. Or do you like the idea that he says, this thing's a paperweight?
That's funny. If she has it, like if it's like a cameo thing that when she gets back to her
home base or whatever,
and there's like it's there, it really is just the thread moved. Okay. The loose thread moved. Is like, what does that mean? Why did you show us that?
Okay.
You know?
How do we utilize the remainder?
We don't have to fit everything in. What celestial artifact could we place there that would attract the attention of would attract the attention of criminals and the power broker and ultimately Doctor Strange?
Well, I'm going to Google that.
Because obviously we could make a thing up. Like, right, oh, there's a gauntlet, there's a helmet, there's a tiara.
There's the doodad.
I would rather have it be an actual reference.
Something that's already been in universe?
Ideally already. Yeah, something from the comics.
So is there something from the Marvel comics that's connected to the Celestials?
Ideally,
what we're looking for.
Yeah.
That could be a singular object like Ms. Marvel's bangles or
even
Shang-Chi's
the
10 rings.
Darkhold, something, anything like that.
It's thinking. Starbrand, MCU, Celestial Communication Device. In the comics, Celestials leave behind technology all over the universe. The MCU may have simply a key or a beacon. The 10 rings send a signal similar to what is in the comics. Something called the Forever Crystal is a powerful cosmic artifact associated with immense reality-altering energy from the comics.
Let's use that.
The crystal.
The Forever Crystal.
The Forever Stone crystal thing. Okay, great. So that item is...
It can just be our MacGuffin. Actually, it doesn't even need to be a weapon. It's just clearly an illicit item, an illegal item from space or whatever. Walton Goggins can even say that.
It's an illegal item from space or whatever. We got giant ivory or adamantium giants coming out of the ocean. So this little guy, no one's gonna notice this little guy. Yeah. But this little guy, what this does is it creates a endless energy source. You pop it on a thing, no need for bullets. This thing shoots lasers now. Pew 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 pew. It's a doodad thing. And that draws the attention of both the Power Broker and Doctor Strange.
That's my thought.
Okay, I don't mind that, but we are inserting Doctor Strange into this movie. It's fine he's there, but if we want to Gandalf him, that, like you said, you like the idea of him Gandalfing in and out, we just need a good reason why he keeps leaving. And if Flash is there and the goo gets on him in some sort of kerfuffle.
Why? Why do we need a good reason?
Or we keep him around?
No,
if
no.
we make this a Doctor Strange movie?
Why wouldn't he just pop away? He got the thing he needed. He's going to leave.
He's not going to, we don't want him to be like, hey, that goo is a result of my meddling. Give it to me, kid. I can't. It's stuck to my arm. Is this bad? You're a doctor. Is this bad? Yeah, it's bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah, no, comfort me.
I mean, we could. I don't know. I'm fine with him popping out. Right? He gets his crystal. Power Broker can't stop him from doing that.
Hey, stop! Stop what? Yeah. I'm taking this very powerful item and leaving. That's
what I was doing.
I think I can leave into a better place than you can. Oh yeah, where? Yeah. And that was pretty good. Goddamn sorcerers. And then now she's stuck with this idiot who's got space goo on him.
Why does she take him? Because of the space goo?
Yeah. Well, why would she leave him there? He's a danger.
Is he?
Well, particularly if he gets it on him and like
if he gets it on, especially if we can demonstrate, right?
And he's
gets it on his hand, and his hand starts doing stuff,
and he like shoots webbing like thing, and he's like, what is this? And she's like, what did you just do? I don't know. Yeah. This thing got on me, and now I can do a thing. All right, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
So now they've hit the road together.
Yeah. Dang it.
What?
I love Flash, but he's so much harder to write into this. Eddie Brock is just like, I'm going to write a story. No, you're not. You're coming with me. It's so much easier.
Well, if he's infected with a thing, am I going to die? Yeah. Am I going to die? Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
We could cut your arm off. Please don't do that.
I can see that actor saying that line.
So if we take him away to her base of operations, then we can see some of her comings and goings. If she has a couple of Black Widows, and it's nothing elegant. This isn't S.H.I.E.L.D. Everything is very underground, small.
Yeah. I don't know if it's small. Actually, she had some pretty palatial parties.
Okay, well, I guess that is true that she did have her power broker power.
It's actually probably quite nice.
She's like a freaking James Bond villain.
Yes.
Wow, this place is great.
This is like my parents' vacation house.
All right, kid. Let's get a scientist to look at you to get this off of you. Having some sort of cosmic detection of that, is that linked to the Celestials yet? When is the soonest we link to the Celestials? Well, we did just have Doctor Strange grab a thing.
Yeah.
If he comes in, removes that item, where do Sharon and Flash go from here?
What else is on our list?
Well, the next thing on the list is 10 rings, and
the 10 rings has happened, and like that can even be worked in where she's like something like, "Come with me if you want to live." What do you mean if I want to live? Are you going to kill me? No, I'm not going to kill you. But the 10 rings know who you are now.
Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. You have a thing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
As far as fun and games, that could be the next place that Sharon needs to go to, and so she just has to take this kid in tow.
Like
rather than going to an HQ and resting or anything,
she has another.
She goes from this
to
another place to buy a bunch of Ultron scrap.
Namor. We do have Atlanteans to deal with. That might be escalating a little bit, but there could be in moving ourselves closer and closer to a cosmic threat.
So I think the place where we get closer to the cosmic threat, I feel like Nova would hear about the dead Celestial and would come to remove it. I don't know if Nova Corps or Nova would be involved in something like that.
Oh, here we go. Let's do this. I got something.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm completely cutting you off, but I got something that we can utilize here. When Doctor Strange comes in, has an interaction with Sharon, okay, this space goo, I'm going to give you a spell that you can just, here's a thing that I'm going to put on this. You contact me if this becomes a bigger problem. So I'm going to put a little magic ring around your wrist.
I'm not a babysitter.
Yes,
you are
now. And then Doctor Strange has bigger fish to fry. I'm going to take this celestial item back into the dark dimension to deal with my thing.
Yeah.
We might need to be more clear on that, or we're just moving a thread as opposed to tying it up. But whatever the case, Sharon now has Flash with her to her location. And he has a little sorcerer, a wizardy thing on him.
Okay.
Who's tracking down wizards to kick some ass? Mordru can show up to be like, I'm the next threat to face. I'm a magic. We just faced a wizard, sorcerer. It's a different thing. Where's Doctor Strange? I feel his stink all over you.
That's not bad. I don't have a great reason not to, other than what I was really hoping to do with Doctor Strange was have it feel more coincidental that they keep bumping into him.
Okay, so
that is a fun idea. Gives him a tracker of some kind, or like here's a whistle. If a war starts, blow on it, and I'll come.
Mordru shows up to. I've sensed.
Give me that war whistle.
No.
But so I feel like the sort of bigger set piece that I'm building. Actually, maybe Strange doesn't show up there. Maybe we don't need to use the crystal there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is just cross tech that Sharon gets there, and now she's got this kid in tow because he's got a weird space alien on him. I like the idea of showcasing the things Sharon is up to, so like that's sort of a big part of this movie, and that's where we're going to visit a bunch of these things. The wizards, that could be another deal she's going to get that crystal. And there are wizards there, and Mordru, like, the whole deal goes sour when Mordru shows up to just kill everybody.
Mordo, sorry.
Mordo?
I keep saying, Mordo. Yep.
Mordru's someone else. But at that same time, Strange shows up. That's what gets Mordo off their back. But then they also he also takes the crystal there, maybe makes a note of, like, I recognize that pattern that's on you, kid.
Is that the next place Sharon goes, though? Because this is a good idea for a set piece. That
because I'm also building an escalation as far as deals go. Right, we just did a back alley weapons auction. We jumped to an exotic locale selling a mystical item, and wizards show up.
And in between those, having a reprieve at a location to equip, and I'm going to leave you here with my Black Widows. Like, no, that wizard dude said I got to stick with you because I just trying to get from A to B.
Sure.
If we go from backroom dealings to exotic locale and keeping Flash with her, having what's the in between the rising action, falling action, rising action, falling action, like the reprieve between auctions is
time on plane.
Well, having a stop off to re-equip,
right. Stow the tech she just got.
Yeah, and
that's not bad.
And even just interacting with a couple of Black Widows, like, can you take him off my hands? That's not what we do, and you know it. I don't want to carry this kid around. I'm 23 years old. Stop calling me a kid.
Another thing I'd like to do somewhere in this movie is probably transition him to to the full black suit sooner than later. Because and have him find somewhat of a courage, so that he can sort of be the quippy whippersnapper
by the time we get into
also
before the third act, we should see him fully in suit.
I think
by the third act, he is now fighting and allowing himself to be symbiotic with this thing. I also think the thing should be healing. At first, it's just on his arm and it does things. But little by little, it's healing itself and growing.
Sure, yeah.
So then we can work up to does this thing look like it's spreading to you? Yeah, it's spreading. That's why it's bad. Oh, because eventually he'll hear the voice. Like when it finally, if it has a leap at one moment.
Actually, what we can do, acknowledging the way Tom Hardy did it, which was great. Just have that actor do the voice of Venom, the voice of the symbiote, is always a reflection of the wearer's voice.
Oh, I see. So then Ciro's doing it. That's not Ciro. Grand Budapest Hotel character name, but yeah, I like that. That it's like he's doing the voice. I like that.
But what I want to build to, so before that can happen, actually, it can either happen there at the back alley fight or at this next one. Sharon gives him a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has I don't know how to use this thing. It's doing it. It's acting on its own. Something like that. And so she gives him a gun to defend himself because I'm going to build Agent Venom here. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And the way I'm doing it is at some point in one of our down moments there or hints are picked up somewhere. The notion that she used to be a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. She used to be an agent of some kind.
Right.
Is conversed. And he said, "Make me an agent." And so what I want to do basically is we're going to unofficially make him Agent Venom. here.
And if she's inadvertently training him along the way.
Yeah.
Just little tricks. Just do this,
because
do this,
there is no shield, we won't get an actual Agent Venom. So in the MCU, we get unofficial Agent Venom.
And that's okay.
That's ultimately what I'm building to. And now we gave him his guns, because Agent Venom's thing is guns.
Well, before we get to that, having the exotic locale for tech, we were saying that would be Ultron tech?
No, I was saying that would be the crystal.
Oh, the crystal's the second location.
Because the cross tech was
the first one.
Right.
And that's Sonny Birch. And
honestly,
take Sonny off the table.
The Ultron tech, we can actually be just dialogue. There's a point where she has a call or talks to one of her Black Widows, because she's not the power broker doesn't do all of the work.
She has agents.
She has agents. And so they have an exchange about getting the Ultron tech.
Yeah. If the Black Widows are on a mission, like they've got some, hey, check this out. You can use, and then in between our first set piece and our second set piece at the exact locale for the gem, or for this crystal, the Forever Crystal, she crosses paths with a couple of her agents who've just wrapped up collecting more Ultron tech, and they give her an item that she can then equip herself with.
And how about this for dialogue? Rather than her trying to unload him, they're at some place and it's nice, and he says, "Could maybe I just stay here? Yeah. That looks like a nice pool, and like
I'll just go home."
something like that. Yeah. And he doesn't say that. Yeah. Because the line is, "You can't stay here. This place is full of criminals. They will kill you."
Yeah. Okay.
So the idea that she keeps taking him because she's protecting, she knows he needs to be protected, because she is a good guy trying to do the right thing, but she has surrounded herself with criminals and mercenaries.
Unsavory types, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason she needs to drag him along.
One of the couple reasons that she might have. Like, no one else will take her off her hands, and she's protecting him.
Don't you have like a safe house or anything?
I got many safe houses, and I'm not leaving you at any of them.
Yeah.
I
like that line.
Not so safe, I guess. But having her cross paths with some Black Widows who give her a piece of Ultron tech that we can utilize for the finale. Yeah. Just here's another little payoff for later, and also some information about.
And maybe maybe they're meeting up with her as well, because that will be her backup to get the crystal.
Yeah.
So now it's Wizards versus Black Widows.
Yeah.
Or we can save the Black Widows for later. I think the next deal up, what escalates, is someone is illegally mining the Celestial.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And we're going to encounter Atlanteans. We're going to encounter, who else? Bigger groups. Who else would be?
10 Rings is on the table. So
10 Rings can, they show up again.
Yeah.
Like, Power Broker, what are you doing here?
You guys again.
it's just do a bunch of stuff like that.
And is that when Rick Rider shows up?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's why he's coming to Earth.
Because of the adamantium.
Because of the dead Celestial. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that? Would Nova Corps? Where's Nova's powers from? Are they cosmic?
I think it's Green Lantern-esque, where it's just like science tech, space tech. Okay. It's not celestial based.
But they would be aware of the Celestials, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. They 100% are aware of the Celestials.
Okay.
So it would make sense that he would show up, Space Cop, to be like,
confiscate.
Hey, we're here to confiscate an entire giant.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you do that.
You're not going to stop.
We make him a dick in both of them.
He is a cop.
He is a cop. No offense to any officers who listen to our show. Okay, so we go from backroom deal to exotic locale. That's the crystal and the Doctor Strange encounter? Or is the Doctor Strange encounter in our backroom deal at the beginning with the goo?
I think it's the crystal.
Okay. At having the crystal all take place, Doctor Strange show up and having like limited interactions with, basically it's like witnessing Mordo showing up and those two like kicking each other's asses. Well, it's like, what is this? And them taking their fight elsewhere.
Well, actually, I kind of like the idea, because Sharon has been doing this so long, we need to make her more competent. So like the wizard fight starts and it doesn't go elsewhere. So Sharon's like, okay, we need to go elsewhere.
To get out of here. This dude's been hunting sorcerers, and Doctor Strange is his like enemy number one.
So that means she owns the situation in the back alley. There is no things go wrong. I just grabbed shit. I grabbed this kid and we skedaddle. It's she chases Walton Goggins off.
Mm-hmm.
or buys him out. Something like that.
Kicks his ass.
Oh, no, because the 10 rings show up.
Yes, yeah.
So she kicks the 10 rings asses.
Or there's
the ones that are there.
Quite the kerfuffle before she gets out of there.
Something like that, yeah.
And then reprieve, a little bit of exposition of like, this is bad, you're coming with me.
To show the kind of power she has, it would be interesting. 10 rings show up. She knows there's this bad blood between her and them. We can figure out why. She ripped them off, something like that.
Probably.
And she just turns to Walton Goggins and his men and says, $100,000 each to take care of these guys. Just walks past them with the kids, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Just showing how the power she has to turn a group. She has a little bit of a Batman power.
Yeah, just
power of money.
The power of money. After this second encounter, as they are jet setting their way out of there, and Flash has shown some indication of the spread of this power, he does demonstrate a little bit of like panic fighting, and she's like, "Hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z next time. Listen to what I'm telling you, or you're going to get killed. I'm already getting killed. Whatever this thing is."
Oh, wait, sorry. I have an idea. I don't. Okay. I want you to finish your idea.
Go ahead.
I have a notion of how Flash can find out about her being an agent, a SHIELD agent, right? If she's having to drag him along, especially if she has a private jet or something, he, by hook or crook, gets into her sort of private office and finds a picture of her with, why not, Captain America, Black Widow, and Nick Fury.
And Hawkeye.
And yeah, like it's just the bunch of them.
Yeah.
She's like, you know Captain America? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Just all I kind of like, wait, I thought you were an international criminal. Yeah,
I am an international criminal. Oh man.
Well, but then how do you know Captain America? He's a good guy. I used to be a part of that, and like that's where all that sort of can exposit.
Yeah. Here we go. I got it. Yes.
And give her feelings about it. She can exposit about what she's doing here, why she's bad.
This works to what I was about to suggest, which is after a second encounter, there needs to be an explanation as to what are you doing? Sure. What are you, Agent 13? What are you, Sharon Carter? What is this? What you just go from spot to spot, you collect a thing, you have a fight and you go away, like literally call it out. Like we're repeating this. What is your deal? And that's when she could just lay it down for him and be like, there's threats in this world. And there are very few people who are actually willing to do what needs to be done to protect this world from itself and the things that are infiltrating it. And I've taken it upon myself. I've lost everything. The agency I worked for is gone. The people that I worked for are gone. The people that I worked with are gone. I'm alone out there, and my network is like I took an oath to serve this world and protect it, and that's what I'm going to do. Right, that's all well and good, but to what end? And if it's something of like there's something big coming again. The last time something big happened, we all lost 5 years of our lives. That's not going to happen again on my watch.
Okay.
Just because,
you're planting the seed for Doomsday, and I appreciate that.
I'm not necessarily. Yes, I'm planting the seed for Doomsday, but I'm also planting the seed for where this movie's going to go.
Sure. Well, it's a little both. Yeah.
Yeah. She is planning for the worst case scenario, and the worst case scenario is bigger than this kid can perceive.
Sure.
Oh no, I've seen Spider-Man do some pretty incredible things. I survived the blip. I get it.
Nick Fury put a team of superheroes together a week before an alien invasion. I aim to not beat that record. But
I'm planning a little bit further ahead.
Yes,
but the thing is that like if
I don't have Nick Fury anymore. Something like that.
Yeah. So there's some good dialogue to build off of all this stuff. But for this specific encounter, and this is what's happening right now, is that there's something about to happen. I know it. The signs are pointing to it. That's why I'm collecting these things now. Something's going off. She needs to be able to detect that the Celestials and the Kangs thing is going to happen. She's not fully aware what it is. There's some hints, some spider sense in her own innate intuition that she believes is if even from the get-go she knows by the end of this week I need to be at this spot because of this thing that my research has shown me is coming, and I'm going to check these boxes off my ledger to get to this thing. We need to take that jump. And the next jump that needs to happen is if we're going from exotic location to even the adamantium, the next jump up from that is Sif. And if we're going to introduce, if Nova's entered into this equation, we're getting off planet at this point. just with the characters involved and the threats that are involved. She needs to believe something's coming.
Yeah.
And she's paranoid enough to be driving towards it. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And that's the bridge that we need to cross between that belief, something encountered on Earth that then takes us off planet.
Then maybe it's not the Forever Crystal. Maybe it's the Celestial Communicator, and maybe she gets away with it
From the
second encounter.
The exotic encounter, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she trades a wizard the Forever Crystal for a Celestial Communicator. Because one thing we haven't shown her do right now, she's just collecting.
But she's trading.
Yeah. Because the thing is, she still does shady stuff. I feel like somewhere in here it would be nice if actually her buying off Walton Goggins stuff, I think, is a part of that. There could also be a trade there, not just money. Like she could be giving something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she's preparing the world for whatever's to come, and she's buying stuff and trading. Flash could witness her trading off some stuff to some unsavory types, and to like the Young Avengers. Like whose side are you on? I'm on Earth's side. I'm on humanity's side.
Is that the stop off? After the weapons deal, she goes and meets the Young Avengers, and then goes to
exotic
meet
location.
the Black Widows to make the deal with the wizards.
Maybe. I'm trying to think when would be best to see Kate Bishop, and
probably earlier because it's really just a cameo.
Yeah. Do you like the notion that she's driving towards a specific destination in time, and then when she gets there, she's unprepared for what it is?
I don't not.
You can't think of an argument against it. I understand that. Having the just getting these pieces in play.
I like the idea that she is preparing the same way Nick Fury was. He didn't know what it was. He just sees all of these things happening in the world, and he's like, no, we've got to be prepared for it. And like that's what she's doing. And then when Nova shows up to take the adamantium, her response is, well, no, you can't just take either. It's not a matter of, well, she wants it for herself. Why would she go along? I mean, she wouldn't just be cool with someone coming and taking it.
Yeah.
But also, or maybe that's enough.
That Nova would show up to say, I'm taking this.
Well, who are you? I'm the space cops. Well, we don't acknowledge your jurisdiction.
The big jump here narratively is, how do we get to space? And if Nova
essentially, what does Sharon do, or what happens with Sharon that shackles her to Nova, similarly to how Flash has been shackled to her?
Well, if we want to, it's all poetry, right? So if Nova shows up and Sharon and whatever our Atlantean adamantium fight, go ahead.
We can decide how the Celestial Communicator works, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's communicating to her. It only communicates with one person.
It's ascribed itself to you.
God. Okay, you're coming with me. No, I live on Earth.
Yeah.
You have to come with me.
Does that mean I have to go too? Yeah, you're coming with me.
No, you don't need to come. Yes, you need to come.
Yes, he needs to come. What makes you think this kid needs to come?
I didn't know you had a...
you got a symbiote on you.
Yeah.
What?
The specific species.
The alien. I have a what? Yeah, you better come with us.
Yeah.
Am I dying? You're not dying. Oh, no.
Say, no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. You'll be okay.
You'll be, yeah.
No, you're not dying. Shoots a look over at Sharon.
So is that taking them off planet?
What do you think of that?
I like
and so like in that meeting, the Celestial Communicator, it spoke to you. Yes, it hasn't stopped since we can think. That's super bad. That's a bigger deal than the adamantium. Leave that.
I'll
for
leave
now.
this here.
You're coming with me,
and we need to get off planet.
What do you think of that?
That's not bad. If we have him flying out of here, and then Sif lands on the thing. I'm just wondering if we
I like Sif. I don't know how to get her into it.
My suggestion right there is that if she shows up to fight Nova,
Why would she fight him?
I don't know, but
because comic books.
I'd love to get Sif in this to get her a part of this.
Honestly, why would Sif? What is Sif's deal? Question mark. Why wouldn't she just go to New Asgard?
Yeah, maybe she. I guess
because she's not ready to retire. She's a Viking.
She survived Ragnarok off camera. We never saw it off screen. We never saw what happened to her. She could be holding a little bit of shame that she didn't protect Asgard, that she lost the Warriors 3, that Thor is like she.
It could essentially a chance encounter in space. She's a Viking. I love that idea of she missed all the opportunities of dying valiantly and going to Valhalla.
Yeah.
She wants to die valiantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why she joined. Like, you got a big fight coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. It's not like a drunken Valkyrie like in Ragnarok. It is.
Oh, that was Valkyrie's motivation there too, wasn't it?
No, Valkyrie was just like drunkenly ashamed that she failed her duties. Mm-hmm. Having Sif just be like, I missed out on the battle that saved the universe. I'm looking for any fight to make me feel good about what I can do.
Something like that, yeah. What do you think of that?
I like that motivation, getting her attached to these people. I'm not quite sure if we're still going to do this sort of mission chapter by chapter, if Rick Rider drops them off at a space bar and there's Lady Sif who's like, hey, did I hear something? This kid was talking about a space battle. I'm
in. That's not really what's going on here. I said
I'm in. It could.
That's Sif energy.
There's a better way to do that. That is Sif energy. There's probably a little more nuanced way to doing that, of getting her attached as opposed to like, and I'm here too.
Yeah, that has unfortunately sort of been her appearances.
Oh, poor Sif. Yeah, I think of like Guardians of the Galaxy is the best example of building a team as you go, of unfortunate collaborator. Like, we have to be working together because of this, that, and the other. And whatever. If people. We've done this similar situation before. We're like, are we just replicating this? We're not actually.
Right. Guardians of the Galaxy was a bunch of people who were not friends, were trying to eliminate each other.
Yeah.
And they came together in prison. Their prison break is what brought them together.
Oh.
And through that was their strangely their unifying event. When
Nova shows up and is doing his whole space cop thing, is that a place for Peter Quill to show up and be like, hey man, I'm the sheriff in these here parts?
I forgot about that thread. I feel like that thread is going to be answered in Doomsday.
Okay. I'm fine not using Peter. I like the more we use like the lesser of the characters, the better. Are we going to see Strange again at all? Like, he came and Mordo kind of chased him away.
Chased him away there. I don't know if he has a reason to appear around the Celestial. He should appear at least once more. Does he appear at the...
Well...
Should we go see what he's doing? What's he doing?
What's he doing in the Dark Dimension, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I wouldn't be...
The Kangs taking over realities... One thing that's not ever talked about is they don't just like jump into the world and say, I'm the king now. Like, they're gonna have powers. They're gonna have Dark Dimension powers. So it's possible what he's doing, that like the Kangs are looking to stage an ambush or a raid, essentially an invasion, and they're gonna do it starting at the Tribunal, starting where the Celestials are. They're gonna ambush them. And one of the places they could be staging that is the Dark Dimension.
I wouldn't mind seeing a B-plot. If we see Strange early and then we split off and see his side quest.
I don't want to see too much of it. Because I feel, well, I guess it depends on what it is. I don't want to reveal the end too early.
Yeah, maybe we stick with the Gandalf metaphor and he's like, I'll fill you in later, but I got to go. But if the exotic location with the crystal is where Mordo shows up and they scuffle it out and head their own way, it's like, all right, let's get out of here while the getting's good. Wizard will come back. It's not a wizard, he's a sorcerer. Same thing. Getting to the adamantium fight with the Atlanteans and the Ten Rings one more time, and then Rick Rider showing up and Nova trying to cop it up, and realizing our doodad is only speaking to what is that? That's a celestial communicator, and it's only communicating with you. We need to get off planet now before that thing calls something here again. Do you know the last time the mess a celestial appearing in the sky did? We can't have that happen
Yes,
again.
I was here.
Yeah. I saw it too.
It's right there.
Yeah. No, the one that was in space and came outside the planet. Yeah. We had more than one celestial issue. We get it. Yeah, we need to go. Does Rick? Where's his destination? Get her off planet, but take her where? Is he going to follow the celestial signal, or
that was why it was that was my intention.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it's communicating to Sharon, either she's getting this message but has no way of following up on it.
Yeah.
And Nova is sort of the way to do that, or she doesn't know what it's saying, and he does, and he's like, "Oh crap, that's a important thing." A plot device.
It's a literal plot device. Yeah. Getting us off planet. It gets us off planet.
Like, right, because it wouldn't be a congratulations, you're the grand winner.
Yeah.
Come get your prize. If it was an SOS, why wouldn't Sharon just say, go ahead? Why would the actual recipient of the message need to go?
Yeah, it's a Jim Hawkins Treasure Planet situation.
It's a jury summons.
It's a Jim Hawkins Treasure Planet scenario where she's the only one who knows how to operate the darn thing. Or is Flash the only one who knows how to operate the damn thing because the symbiote's telling him what to do? What's the hand doing? What is my hand doing to this thing? It did a map thing.
That's not the worst.
So then if Ryder's like, I'm taking the kid, then Sharon's like, the hell you are. You're taking both of us. That kid, that kid's my responsibility now. Stop calling me a kid. I'm literally in my 20s. You're a kid.
Maybe. What do you think of that?
That flips it.
You said it, so you probably think it's good.
All my ideas are great.
It does flip it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nova wouldn't care if he's my response. Okay.
I mean, especially or he's like, yeah, you can come with me, pretty lady.
Yeah, is that who? Is that who Nova is?
No, because it makes him too much like Star-Lord. Ma'am, I have a job to do, and I take it seriously. Especially if he's the only Nova Corps member left. Like he keeps talking that he's part of. Actually, it should be that because then him and Sharon have something in common. They are the last agents of non-existent organizations, and they are trying to pretend like they still have the responsibility of the organization they no longer have.
Okay. And there could actually, that could be the confrontation. Like, well, I need to go. This isn't your concern. I will take care of it.
Yeah.
And she could, because, hey, I just gave a whole speech like 15 minutes ago to this kid.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I let anything endanger this planet.
I'm coming with.
Yeah.
So then they hoof it off planet.
And then Doctor Strange, someone say damned?
Do you want to add Sif to the mix so we can use her in the final battle?
I don't mind. I feel like if we do that, she will die. Because I feel like her motivation at that point, she wants to die. She wants to die.
We tend not to kill characters, so in our stories. So okay,
if we really need, it feels late to like it feels late to tack on a thing that we then have a whole scene of showing her enter Valhalla.
Yeah,
and Heimdall and Jane are waiting.
Hey, welcome. You too, huh? No, Zach Levi's not here.
We're not going to go back, are we? No, we're done here.
We're done here.
We're all going to stay here. It's fine. Our story is told.
Yeah. Look over, wink to camera. Yes, she dies. Although Thor and Hercules, we're just going to, I'm just looking at some of the other things that are left on the table here.
Thor and Hercules, that'll be explained in our fifth movie.
No.
Which maybe we should save Sif for.
No.
Our fifth Thor.
We introduce Sif fighting Hercules. He doesn't even get to fight Thor. She's kicking his ass.
I don't hate this idea.
And that's how we introduce her into wherever they like. I hate to use space bar to have like a way station that they go to.
Guardians of the Galaxy did it. It's fine.
Or they literally crash into the side of Nova's ship. Like this, they like cross paths with the fight. It might be a little too Deus Ex Machina, but they're gods, so it's okay. It's a little god in a machine.
Yeah,
we're literifying.
Well, that's Deus in Machina.
I don't know. From the machine, it's in the having her kicking Hercules' ass and sending him home crying, and now we have Sif.
That's not bad, right? Like, and you think you're gonna fight Thor?
Go home to daddy.
Because if I remember right, she only has one arm at this point.
Oh, that's right. When did that happen?
That happened. It happened off screen in Love and Thunder when they find her.
Oh yeah,
right, because she's there with that dead god, that big dead god.
Oh yeah,
and she had lost her arm.
That's right.
I think Gore had taken her arm.
Yeah,
she barely escaped.
Damn, poor Love and Thunder. I completely forgot that Sif was in it. Yeah, she kicks Hercules' ass. She joins
with
the team.
One arm.
I kicked her ass with one arm. Hey, maybe losing my arm won't be so bad if I'm as cool as her.
Or is she gonna have a space Asgardian arm?
Yeah,
like a metal,
like a
thing.
Bucky, like a Winter Soldier arm.
Yeah, but from space.
So the map that the doodad that only Flash can activate because of the symbiote takes them to the Celestial Tribunal.
Yep.
I'm hand waving to get to it, but to get to the finale here, that they show up. How do we launch into Kang's versus our heroes under the watch of the Celestials? And do we add the Eternals into this mix?
I think I wanted to add the Eternals that were out in space to this.
Sure. Yeah.
And I wanted this to be the resolution of Cersei's trial.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because that I don't think was even mentioned as one of the things.
Yeah.
If the message being sent isn't from the Celestials out in space?
Mm-hmm.
It was the last dying message of this one being born here on Earth.
Oh.
And what it was essentially a prophecy. It was a warning. Hey, the Kangs are coming to get you.
Okay.
But, in Celestial.
Yeah.
And so it's a message that needs to be delivered.
Okay. I don't mind that.
And so when they get there, the Celestials are like, who are you? What are you doing here? We got a message from Dead One. Like, we don't believe you or whatever. We're too busy doing judgy stuff.
Yeah.
So then they're all like, no, you don't. It says this is happening. Maybe that's where Strange comes back. And because Strange has a better idea of what's going on. No, you don't understand. There's a multi-dimensional thing happening. Though that's why the frickin' slime's going crazy.
Yeah,
because it is also multi-dimensional.
It's multi-interdimensional.
So it's, basically, it's doing the equivalent of a cat raising the hair on its back.
Yeah.
So Strange will show up and give the exposition of what's happening, and the Tribunal will be like, "No, you're crazy. Oh no, you were right." As Kangs invade, big fight.
Here's something I'll add. It's sort of it would be inserty look over there kind of thing, cracks in the universe, very Doctor Who, Matt Smith era of the cracks of the Kang cracks in the universe. We see little hints of that. I'm going to suggest this. The message to be delivered, I like the notion that it's a warning of the Kangs coming. The trial of Cersei is, why would you sacrifice your duty and Celestial for this planet? You are on trial to account for why you protected these people.
Why you stopped being the robot that you were meant to be.
And suddenly delivering the message are humans. Now, I don't know how we rope Rick Rider into this, but Sharon and Flash particularly are showing up. To the Celestials are bearing witness to these people from Earth have come all the way here to stop the threat of the crushing multiversal Kang army. And then Doctor Strange is a third human from Earth, that basically proving, without realizing it, Cersei's argument of why this planet is worth saving and existing, and instead of destroying, is because these people are literally traveling across the galaxy to not just protect their own planet, but to protect all planets. They are much more protectors and saviors of the universe than even you are, Celestials.
Ooh, throwing it back at them. You're the one on trial. We're not on trial.
This whole courtroom's out of order. So that if the Celestials are ready to pass judgment, and then the last bit of evidence shows up and saves the day, it's enough for the Celestials to go, you're not guilty. We will not punish you for protecting the planet and its people the way you did, because ultimately you made the right choice, because they have now proven themselves worthy of saving the galaxy, not once, not twice, but if things go the way they're going now, they'll have to do it a third time. And so that's the denouement epilogue, or the denouement of the falling action.
I did remember that right.
Okay.
I think it's awesome that we're taking Agent Venom to space.
Yeah.
Because Agent Venom is eventually he's on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, cool. So in our final battle of Agent Venom, he's fully embraced. Sharon using whatever tech she's collected along the way, including cross tech, Ultron tech, what have you.
Oh, I know how to get Star Fox and Lucky Charms, or I don't remember all the characters' names.
The Eternals.
How to get them involved. They do go to Spacebar, or they have to go to Spacebar because Sif and Hercules fight, which crashes into their ship, messes up their ship. They have to go to a planet, and Sharon, using her powers rather than just being, and I'm along for the ride, she at least gets to do a thing here.
Broke her a deal.
She brokers a deal. She makes trades there to get their, well, they need a new ride. Nova's ship is broken. That's where Star Fox shows up. Y'all need a ride? I don't know why that's why.
Because that's what Star Fox said in the Mario Galaxy movie. He's the ship that they end up recruiting.
Yeah, he's the Han Solo. And now I'm just going to turn him into the Han Solo here. That might be too much. I don't know. But I wanted to do another thing where Sharon
brokers a deal.
Is pivotal. Yeah.
I think having her, I like the idea that Sif and Hercules ruin their ship. They end up on this location, and then they have to negotiate for another ship. And
we can see Howard.
Yeah, Howard the Duck again. And Darcy.
We can make a bunch more threads that don't get followed up on.
Oh no. Getting to the final fight, Sharon, Flash as Agent Venom now. If we bring Sif along, having Doctor Strange, the four of them, and Rick Rider. So 5. Yeah. So we have our team of 5 kicking ass.
With a few Eternals in tow. Yeah,
a few Eternals in tow. Even if the Eternals are like chained up and unconscious throughout this, that only Cersei gets to be awake through it all. That the rest of them have been deactivated, so they actually are just there but not utilized.
Well, that's an interesting notion. You don't want them helping?
I do.
There's a lot of Kangs. They're quite powerful.
It's true. Unlocking everyone and having them kick some ass, it does potentially demand us wrapping all that up in after the climax is done, where it's like, wow, good fight, everyone, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Right? It's a lot to juggle in the end. I'm not saying it's impossible, but having Eros in there, Star Fox, and Pip, I think is this little guy's name, having them there, and
Star-Lord for some reason.
Right. Now we leave Star-Lord out of it. Maintaining our 5 characters, I think, is best for the fight, but activating the Eternals, like reactivating them so they get to fight, I don't mind it.
I mean, it wouldn't be set piece stuff. It would be, they'd be flying around in the background shooting lasers at Kangs who are also flying around shooting lasers.
Side comment, if you didn't watch Marvel Zombies, one of the coolest things they did was Captain Marvel versus Apollo.
Yeah.
Right? Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, big fight. They just kick a bunch of Kang's asses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in order for that threat of the Kangs to truly be fulfilled, we do need to seed in them as a threat. That's probably where we cut back and forth from Doctor Strange, just so that the threat isn't. And now here's your final threat. Here's your final boss. Beat them.
But that's how I play video games.
Right.
No, yeah.
But
you're right.
Maybe it's Doctor Strange and Clea if we want to involve both of them. You know what? Let's do this. I say yes.
She can be there.
I'm going to do a full B plot with Doctor Strange, Clea, and Mordo. After they have their confrontation and slip off into the dark dimension, the 3 of them have a B plot that wraps back up on the Celestial Tribunal so that they're all involved with the fight in the end, and we can wrap up Mordo trying to kill wizards and Clea, what were they doing in the dark dimension the whole time? We wrap up all 3 of those threads.
Okay. I do think we should remove his third eye.
Yes.
Yeah. And that can actually be one of the big contentions that Mordo keeps making this point. Like, look at you. Oh, you say you're doing the right thing,
but you've corrupted yourself. Yeah.
You've taken the Darkhold into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
when you knew it was wrong.
Oh, so yeah. Mordu gets it out of him. He convinces him to he's like, abandon it. If you're truly as good as you are, abandon it. And maybe Mordu accepts it as sort of like.
Would that be something he would do?
To destroy it. Sorry. Let's have Mordu destroy the third eye and the Darkhold and all that. Maybe. Just so that he like fulfills his promise of like, I'm going to kill all wizard kind.
I don't know if he would accept like. I like most of this. I don't think he would stop. Like the moment Steve's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, take the third eye. Doop, there you go. Mm-hmm. You can get rid of the Darkhold. Bye." Like, no, he's like, "Well, no, I'm still going to kill you. Yeah, no one should have magic."
Just, I think there's a B plot to develop there. So when we get into the finale, we have three wizards.
I'm seeing that. Yeah.
Sorry, sorcerers. 3 sorcerers kicking some ass with our ragtag group of heroes. Reactivate the capable Eternals who haven't been dismantled by the tribunal.
Mm-hmm.
The Celestials just observe the war, the battle, and in the end, the heroes win.
So, okay, and the Eternals, Cersei, has been acquitted.
Yeah,
is that the word?
Yes.
Does that mean so you broken Eternal are correct? Do they dismantle all the other Eternals, or are they like, okay, we'll leave that planet alone. We're going to keep making more celestial babies?
Or maybe part of the epilogue.
Or does it change? They're like, now we're gonna destroy all of the Eternals. Or no, or am I thinking too hard about this?
You might be thinking too hard about it.
You're free to go, Cersei. Good job.
Yeah, and we can have in our epilogue her and Dane reunite since they were sweet on each other. Dane Whitman, Black Knight. They were smoochy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Before she got kidnapped. And then our heroes return to Earth. But
with no one the wiser.
With now full Agent Venom.
Yep.
And
it could even do a thing like it's basically doing Agent Venom backwards,
mm-hmm.
but get back to Earth, and he's like, "Cool, what's next?" And she's like, if this is a thing, you need training.
So you work with me
I don't
now.
have the time.
Yeah.
Go into the military. Go get your military training.
Nah, I don't know about that. I like the idea of her being like, you work with me now. I can't. You're part of my team now. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like the idea of them staying partners, or subordinate to authority, and then the Celestials say, I'd said it before that they did it once, they did it twice, and they may have to do it a third time if things proceed as they are. And then Sif dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do we kill any of the Eternals? This seems like, hey, here they are, they're dead. Probably don't want to do that.
Nah.
Rick Rider?
I suppose that, right? There's different notions of what it means to have a thread be open and to just let a character live.
Well, if Novacor needs to be rebuilt, maybe that's what Rick Rider's epilogue is if we have any, if our Eternal characters are still like needing something to do, he'd be like, well,
be cops.
We could use your talents in the Novacor.
Sure.
And then where does Doctor Strange go? That's our last hanging thread here. I mean, of the many threads we didn't tie up, this is the one.
I mean, he goes back to doing what he does.
Yeah.
Just disappeared. Like, stay good, and he
stay
disappears
golden, pony boy.
Back into the dark, or back into the dark realm.
He can bring them home. Here, I'm going to bring you back to Earth. Let's get back to Earth.
You know what? I want to leave Agent Venom a little not more open, more open to following his stories in the comic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at the end of it all, there could be a whole. Nova's like, you did good, kid. Want a job? Like when he's trying to recruit anyone, and he's like, no, I think I want to go back to my home planet.
Yeah.
And even Sharon could be like, you did good. Do you want to join me?
Like,
I don't know. I think I want to follow in Spider-Man's footsteps a little more. Something like that.
Yeah. So
just to have him go home.
I like that.
And not a full reset, right? Because he still has.
But take him back to one.
Yeah.
If we start with the Goo and Flash, we end with the Goo and Flash. That he just had this big grand adventure. He got to live a superhero life for a week.
Yeah, he got to go to space.
Yeah,
but Spider-Man never did that.
Yeah. Spider-Man's not so great. I'm over it. My hero worship's done. And I didn't lose my arm.
And he takes a selfie in the symbiote.
Roll credits. All right, Freddie. How did we do? We did not tie all these loose ends up.
Yeah, we didn't get. I don't know how many we got,
but we hit a hell of a lot of them. Woo! This is a big one.
Yeah.
And what a random group of story elements that we had to figure out what to do with.
That was fun.
And I don't think this is a good framework. We would definitely have to build and expand on certain things. We kind of discussed set pieces and then we link it this way and whatnot. And certainly some rough around the edges introductions.
Motivations.
But as far as skeletons go, this one's got strength to it. So maybe adamantium skeleton of sorts. But
were you building to that the whole time?
No, I was not. Okay. It literally that's that improv. That's that improv skill right there. But I do think we're going to end the episode here. How did we do? Freddie T from On the Edge Studios. You got to let us know if you think we did it right. If you don't, you got to let us know. You can reach us out to us at studiodemansit.com on Instagram or our website. If you haven't already, you can subscribe wherever you're listening to this. If you'd like to give us a review, that would help if you throw it into the algorithm and just say, hey, 5 stars, good guys. You can also find us on YouTube and TikTok, where we occasionally post some video content, including material not heard here on the show. Jim, where else can people find us?
You can come start a conversation on Reddit at the subreddit r/Studio Demands It, or come to our Discord. You can go to our website, and at the top of the page, there should be a invite link to join it.
There you go. And if you want even more, you can go to Patreon, where for free, if you want, you can sign up, but a couple bucks a month, you can get episodes early. They're commercial free. We have extended double length episodes. We did a whole conversation on fandoms before we did the episode today. That's a part of the front end of this. And we have commentary tracks. And like I said, you can also just show some love by subscribing for free. A massive thank you to David and our network here. There's some wonderful shows like another Zelda podcast, another Pokemon podcast. Check out any number of those if you want, if you're into that sort of thing. But Jim, I know you have many more things to say, but I'm going to wrap it up here for this episode. Do you have anything else you want to add right before we walk away here?
No.
Great. That's it, folks. Let us know what you thought. We'll be back again soon to take on one of your demands and challenge ourselves to do what we do. I'm TC.
And I'm Jim.
And that is the end
of Studio
of Demands that we met.
That we do
all the time now.
Did it.
And there you go.